Okay, well, I think I got 4 of them grounded now. So I'd have to see how this is gonna look. Look for berries and mushrooms. They help to keep your stomach full. It's day 1. It's day 1. Here's the tips you need to learn. Naked and afraid. I was just talking to my friend about watching the movie Gone Girl. Some other stuff. I was just thinking how... I don't even mean this as like a... I don't even think this is like a criticism. But I kind of feel like Ben Affleck is like the exact same person in every single movie. And that's like not a bad thing. Like I really want to stress that. Like... There's like a lot of like the all-time greatest movie actors, like the American ones especially, who are like basically always the same person. It's not a bad thing at all. It's just kind of like outside of like his early era when he's like a little more cocky and a little more like nervy, like I guess everybody is. He's just always the same dude. Blue, blue. God, okay. This is no longer a death trap. Blue, blue. Okay, so I gotta fix these 2. Oh no, 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 don't die. Oh, 3 health. Okay, no more falls. Okay, I gotta wrap this shit up. Okay, I'm gonna go repair my gear to give myself a break. I was talking last night to my friend who was saying that, like, yeah, most people when they play this game, they like roughly split between game and base progression, where I've now spent like probably 100+ days just doing the same shit. Okay, so the better solution to this is to raise the ground up. Problem is this has like other effects. Are these now touching the ground? Really doesn't look like it is, but if you say it is, then it is. Blue. Blue. Blue, blue. And these ones are just only exactly 2. So I think we're good. There. Pick the stone up, jerk off. Okay, all of them are blue. Do I have any iron on me? Yes, I do. That. Iron 18, holy cow. Okay, time to go up. See how things are looking up there. I feel like the advertisement bots are like broadly inconsistent in that like when I had nobody watching, like there'd be whole weeks where they don't bother me at all, but then suddenly there's like new periods where they're like back in the fucking mix. Okay, so these are all... Okay, so nothing has really changed with these. But the overall fact remains that should have no stone. Always something. The overall fact remains that the pieces around those blue pieces are around the beams are blue. Yoink some stone from somewhere. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm not dead. Iron 16, I should grab that. Man. Can I get through here now? Over here. Iron. $28 iron. Can I reach this from here? Chipping some wood downstairs on the main floor, and it's like shocking how loud it is. Alright, I'll leave it there. There's more stone over there. What was I talking about? Okay, I've got some... How much do these beams cost? 2. 15... 45. So I either get 2 more stone or the 13 less. 2 more stone. Okay, 15, that's 100, so 100. So I need... I just got too much of it. Try that. Okay, let's see what's going on up there. Okay, so the thing is here, right? Yeah. So if it's there, what happens if I put this right on the edge? Okay, will this work? So these ones are blue. When are you gonna break? Any second now. How much longer until I get to be disappointed? Oh my god. Is it working? Oh! Okay. Everybody calm down. Everyone calm the fuck down. Everybody calm the fuck down. Everybody relax! Okay, will this one work? Can't believe it, I got one to work. I fucking did it. Is that now 2? Oh my god. This is the greatest day of my life. Okay, I gotta keep up the same format. where is it again? Why does this look like this? Can't be right. Can't be the way I want it. Oh my god, this is really cause for celebration. Got this to work. It's here, right? Yeah, it's here, so I should be able to just do this. Hold on. Is this properly centered? Hold on. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay. One, 2, 3, 5. So the problem is now... How much stone do I have left? Still got plenty. Okay. The problem is now I don't have the symmetry right. Is that it? So this should be 3. It should be 3 by 2. Problem is these aren't centered. Hold on. Okay, so now I can not have some quasi-magical thinking. Worry about whether these are going to work or not. So this is 5. So this is... Where are the pillars? The pillars are there. I have to put them all the way... Okay, if I put these here and here... Wait, where's the middle one? Oh, wait. So this should technically be... here. Hold on. So these are... How big? How wide are these? These are exactly 2 wide, right? Okay. So they should go... So they should go... Where is this one? Okay, that seems about right. Or is it... Now they're not even. Okay, so the problem is the width of the platform doesn't quite work. Okay, so let's get some other stuff going on here. Let's build all this up. I could technically do 3 this way. See if those work. I feel like the middle one might not. Yeah. Okay, so if I do it... You do it this way for the triple. Looks kind of fucked up though. Okay, so the middle one, the horizontal beams, just to review, don't do anything. And if I do this, the middle one won't work. Because it's not on any of the... Well, it's... Okay, this won't work, just to be clear. Yeah, that one will work. Maybe I just want to build up the whole platform for now. I can kind of get an idea of this. Oh, I almost fell. Okay. Maybe I'm baiting myself with this. Is that just like a different? I feel like I was just like, but you hear. This is probably the best I should do. And go. I can't do. Then I probably won't be able to do one out here. Maybe I could. If I do that, will this work? Did I take away anything? I don't think so. Okay, that works. That's fine. I assume this won't. Oh, it is on it. Instant no. Why is that? Because it's not like directly on the thing. So that means this should work. Will this work? If so, then that should be 3 wide. 2 wide by 2, that's fine. Okay, good. Boy, oh boy, boy. Oh, it's like terrified. Not even my own life, you know what I mean? It's the video game character's life. So the next thing to do is the reality that, like, I need to clean up the throne room a little bit now. This has got to go out one more. Right? No, I guess I just have to do the outs. Once this gets to this one, I can just do the little dinky guys. What do you look like that? Oh, I missed the workbench? How's my wood doing? Oh, yeah. So close, too. Fine. One fucking piece. Funny how this works. So this is 4 of these, but only takes, but the bigger floor takes half as much wood as it should. You know, consumer pricing, you know. I need some light up here. How much stone do I have? A good amount. Okay, so there's just one piece that I'm missing. Okay. What if there's gonna be an issue with the... How much wood, how much stone do I have left? Okay, so which one fell? This one fell? Why is that? Oh, because I didn't build this far enough? Okay, I get it. I wonder if this could be like some problem now. I wonder if this is gonna be a problem now. That like they're not symmetrical. Can you fuck off? I don't need to do this. Okay. That's my wood supply. Very low. Gotcha. I got that core wood too. I'm not sure why. Okay, so this goes here. Okay, let's get some more. Oh my god, I can't believe those hearts are staying up. This is the best thing that happened to me in weeks. Oh. So what am I looking for? Oops. Can I get a parachute in this game? I think there's some later shit that's like a feather. Or like a feather cloak or something. Yet another reason to do some game progression. I think I will actually do it. I think once I get this done, it's time to do bone mass with my friend. I'm not sure I'll record that. I'm not sure I'll record that one though. Kind of like against someone's consent. I need normal wood. Y'all. Can't believe what a fuck up that. Can't believe how hard I got messed up by those trolls. The thicker my base gets, the more those trolls are like, yeah, nah, dude. We're not doing it that way anymore. Alright, alright, alright. Get it. Aggressive about it. Shit. Oh, I didn't die. What's that? Zone 6, alright. Yeah, and all these little things here I've got to go. Fucking nooks and crannies. 2 HP. 2 HP in a dream. Okay, I'm probably gonna die from like the smallest fall here. Leap of faith. Didn't kill me. Great. How much wood do I have? 22. I don't think I have any wood in here. No. Okay, I can't see shit. I'm going to bed. Oh. I've got a YouTube subscriber per day for the last 3 or 4 days. I feel like the sort of like, I think probably the reason is the general Dark Souls camaraderie of like people loving those games so much that like people are like commenting on it, like randoms are commenting on it, which never has ever happened before, except for one person who commented on an Octopath Traveler video and then deleted it like a day later, being like, I watch every one of these. It's like otherwise it's never happened, which is interesting. Is there any more wood in here? Yes, there's plenty. I don't think I need. That's pretty interesting. I think it, but I do think that's just general. Okay, fuck. I gotta fix this back. It's just that one piece, right? Fucking bait. Cage floor 2x2, right? Good now? No more death traps. Got it. Yeah, I think it's like just mostly just like the Dark Souls goodwill. People like it, really like it, and like also like new people trying it for the first time. I think because everyone, I think for a lot of people, Dark Souls is so fun because it's like one of the few games that they stick with when it's too hard and like get that real sense of accomplishment. You know, most people like kind of get frustrated more easily than that. But Dark Souls, especially more like the user-friendly ones, like 3, I think people like generally stick to. And that was my case with Dark Souls 1. I've spoken about like really regularly. Is that like it's so much more of like a traversal and adventure game, whereas I think the later ones turn out to be more like boss fight games. That's always been like the impression I get of 3 at least. Is that it's more so like a boss fight game. But the first one is like to a large degree feels like mostly like an adventure and traversal game where you're like most of the pain points outside of Ornstein and Smaug, who are like total assholes. Most of the pain points and the Bell Gargoyles are pretty. Most of the pain points are like just traveling through fucking Blight Town, etc. All that bullshit. This is a big moment. If this works, why is this one the rebel? What is the difference between those and those? Is this not a symmetrical platform? Okay, there shouldn't be any sort of like repair issues or anything. Is this some sort of asymmetry in the design? This is the same, right? What is the difference? So these are the foundation pieces that are connected directly to the pole. Okay, let's go down there and check things out. Because these should be the same. One nice thing about the bots is that if I'm trying to farm 50 follows, I think a lot of those accounts get deleted. Because like the follower count kind of jumps up and down. I assume it's like those accounts getting deleted generally. Blue. 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 They're all in a line. Are these... Hold on. Are these, like, not... I think it's identical. Oh, is it because these are higher up? It's the only difference I can think of. Look at this right. The difference is these ones are higher up. This middle one doesn't seem to have any sort of difference. Now they seem to be green, like essentially all the way up. Let's go up a little bit. See where is the point that it breaks up. Okay, first one that's yellow is this one. 4 from the top. So maybe this one is green all the way up or something. Let's go a little higher and check out. Okay, so by this logic, I'm 1 too high. Because this one... So is there anything I can do to alter that? I don't mind lowering the whole thing by 1, who cares? So basically it seems like, just to review, this one is got we got 1 of the kind of like yellowish orange, whereas this one is 2 and this one is 2. Right? Because this one's 1 higher from the origin point. So my options are... raise the ground here, which I can't really do. That's a pretty clean line I got there. It's pretty sweet. Raise the ground here in a way that's like awkward. Or just retry it with everything just 1 lower. Now, is there any sort of mitigating circumstance? Let's just review. Nothing's fucked up. These are all blue foundation pieces. Okay. So either I lower that half and have a 2-tiered platform, or I just lower the entire thing. Regardless, I have to get up there. I don't need this core wood right now, but I will need the core wood to make pillars and a roof afterward. But I'm very close to being done this. He keeps saying, coping desperately. Need some more wood. I'm gonna drop some down to the ground here. I have a good amount of stone, which I'm gonna need for, here's some. I have a good amount of stone, which I will need to do all these flagstones. And this whole thing I'm gonna have to build up. And I don't think I'm gonna do a whole lot of decorating. I think I'm just gonna get into progress. Here that this is now. Next, can I just run? Can I run under that just like a normal person? One of these terraces is going to be the portal area. Okay. Okay, so let's do a couple of verifications here. If I drop that one and drop that one, let's mouse over this and check some. Ooh. So yellow, yellow, orange. Orange, orange. So that's almost assuredly the issue, is just overall height. So, do I have any reason not to just drop the whole tower one beam and try it as that? I think it's just fine, I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so recycle everything. Oh shit, a portal. Did I recoup all the stuff from the portal? Find wood. Where's the cores? The cores fell? Oh, I'm dead. Alright, okay, so how does this work? Okay, for one, I gotta figure out a way to get down. I'm gonna choose violence. How did I do this before? Okay, they're all the same height again. How did I get it to be like... How do you get it to be snapped onto the corners? Okay. How much wood do I have? A lot. Because the problem is now I have to figure out how to... Okay, the problem is now I have to figure out how to get the floor going. I'm having like, I feel like I'm having like total amnesia. Works. Alright. Okay, this is not right because okay, I feel like I can't do I have no memory at all of how I did this before. Okay, what did I do to make this work before? Just build like a scuffed one? Oh wait, this is the best way to do it. This is so cringe, oh my god. What am I doing? I don't even have like the stuff to... I think with this, right? I'll be right back. Okay. So what is my method for recouping these grievous losses? That looks like pretty good. It's like a corner piece, right? Where am I? My wood supply. Wood supply's a little low. Oh, okay. Okay, seems fine. You just have to get up there. So you can just get the right snaps. This would be a very funny time for someone to invade. Nothing I can do about it. What's going on here? So you find the ones you're happy with and you build from that one. Those ones. Right? Wood, I don't know. Oh, fell down. My hammer's almost down too. How do I get down here? Oh, all fine. All fine. Okay, we're going to bed. Recollect all this nonsense. So much wood. Look at this. Recycling. Oh. How much of it tumbled into like the gaps? What's over there? I'm wondering about that. What is this? Feathers? Nice. See any. There's my tower. Okay. Familiar territory. This is just absolutely help not at all. Ah. Get away from me. My way in. Doors open. Awkward. See assholes later. Okay. Let's return those feathers to the guts box. There's more stuff out of the middle. No core wood, we don't need that. Getting the Surtling cores, etc. would be nice to be able to recoup the portal. This is okay, so throw the iron. I don't need any more. I just need wood. Those Surtling cores would be nice. No room for this in my inventory. Fucking iron again. Sneaking it. Okay, if auto pickup off. Shadow for Surtling cores. Auto pick it back on. Can't even slurp up any of this stuff. So maybe I don't need this 3. What did I pick up? Grey Dwarf Eyes? Okay, yeah, that's what I... So I need... So I now have the stuff for the portal, right? Okay. Do I have room for any other stuff? Admittedly, numerous of these things are superfluous. Including all this wood, but I can just pick this up later. Anyway, so I will climb back up in the morning. And climb back up in the morning. And set the portal back up. Oh. Oh. Like, I must have, like... I'm not saying he's got scurvy, but I'm saying he's got to be very weak. He's got to have very weak musculature after the way he's been living his life. I'm not saying he necessarily has scurvy, but he's scurvy adjacent. He's I don't know. He's like vegan adjacent at this point. He's like pretty close to becoming a Redditor. Oh yeah. If I cared about my skill points, I would not have this like Crash Bandicoot level of fucking scaffolding. Super Mario Bros. 3. Wasting food. My corpse, there it is. Wonderful. Oh, my forge fell. Doesn't really matter. Alright. Just makes it a little more skillful, you know? It's still morning, we're fine. I found a glitch. I found a bug in the game the other day. I was running home from doing a rock run, and I had one of my old tombstones was just lying there with like 2 things in it. And please don't fall again. I forgot to repair my fucking with like 2 random ass items in it, and so I checked my tombstone, and and I got the corpse run benefit. Crafting. Genius. And I got a corpse run bonus to run home. So, I'm not sure that only happens if you like take the rest of the stuff out and it busts open, or whether you could like basically leave it there as like an unlimited corpse run buff. Seems a little bit busted. Okay. Probably should have picked up more wood. From the old comes the new. Okay. Problem is now there's these stupid ones under there. I think this one should be good enough to get the angle for it. Is there more? Looks clear. Are there other lower ones that I forgot? It's pretty clean. Hey buddy, how do you like my castle in the sky? Just to make sure for the last time. Wood. Something I've been following with some fascination was the Carlos thing. Carlos is the founder and CEO of G2 Esports, and like last year, just around Worlds in League, his team was he put a video up of him like being like celebrating a G2 victory or something like that. And it was like a picture of like a bunch of people in a nightclub, and one of the people in the nightclub was Andrew Tate. why is that so low over there? And instantly he was like absolutely dogpiled. I don't know anything about Andrew Tate. Nor am I particularly gonna tap on it either way. But subsequently, like, he doubled down, and then within like days was out as CEO of G2. People say it's because it like cost him a spot in like the Valorant franchising, etc. Anyway, so like he did his like first podcast back. He's like, he moved to Dubai and converted to Islam. There's a lot going on, and he did this podcast and with someone who's like a friend of Andrew Tate, etc. Super old school dudes, and he's moved to Dubai, and like, you know, it's just doing his thing. And I'm very fascinated what will happen with him, because he's like really doubled down since then. Maybe he was before, like less publicly, but he's like really doubled down on like a lot of the stuff that's like similar to like an Alex Berenson or something. Like being like, we're like cutting off all our kids' dicks and girls are getting like whatever. Basically just like pretty like throwback values. I just want to see what'll happen with him, because he's like, he doesn't really say what he's gonna do, but he says the thing he's going to do. It's basically like got uncapped potential. And his like best friend is like he's like moved to Dubai with his best friend for the last like in the past 3 weeks or whatever. You know, I want to see what happens with him. I want to see what his comeback will be, because the thing with Carlos is like he was fairly unlikable for like the sensitive types, I would think. And like he's gotten a lot of shit in the last like year or two with like people saying he's putting his guys in like contract prison, etc. But there's like no choice, there's no like question that G2 is like far and away, without competition, the most electric team to watch in Western League of Legends in the past 5 years. Like there's not even a close number 2, honestly. There's not even like a close number 2. Like they were like, I honestly think in many ways they like basically carried the league for the entire LEC era. They're like, especially like that 2019 team was like obviously like the most watchable. It's talked about constantly. People constantly delude themselves into thinking that, well, maybe this new team is like reminding me of 2019 G2 or something. No, it's not even. It's never going to be close in any way. Maybe it will, but I think it's pretty unlikely. There's nothing like it. And they didn't win Worlds, but I think the reason they didn't, I don't know, it's hard to say. I really did notice that like there was 2 years in a row where Europe made World Finals, and the coincidence is neither of those 2 years there was a strong enough Korean team to make World Finals. You could say KT was, and if it was like the bracket was different, KT IG would have been a better finals than IG Fnatic was, because that was a shit show and like really bad. But you could just watch in you could just see how in 2018 Fnatic was like, just their nerves were shot. Like Reckless and Caps look like shit. They look like they both got like 4 hours of sleep that night. And then I think in 2019 when G2 made finals, I think it was very similar to what happened with honestly with SKT this previous year, where people get their head shoved so far up their ass about like what the meta is that they start to think more about the finals meta, or like that they start to think about like the champions that are like winning in that the champions that are doing well in this particular series, and they forget about which champions are like unequivocally just strong at that moment. So suddenly people like all start to feel like, okay, well, we gotta ban Varus and this champion's being strong, whatever. But you kind of forget which champions that were getting permabanned the entire tournament, and then suddenly you're giving the DRX top laner Aatrox every single game, and he gets World's Finals MVP from it, despite like not being one of the best players in the team, like by any means. So it's just one of those things, I think, where people kind of get like their heads shoved up their ass a little bit. And I think that happened with G2. Stonecutter up here. Copper and coal for the stonecutter. How am I gonna get copper up here? Shit. Fuck. I'll just do the stonecutter down there. Hopefully it'll work out. Yeah, I think it's I think that's just one of those things where, as much as like, oh yeah, I can't believe how well Europe's doing, but suddenly one year like C9 and G2 and Fnatic all make top 4. Little fucking sussy, if you ask me. Need coal too, where it is. I think it's just a little sus. And I think it's more about Korea being so weak. And the reality is that like Korea to some degree kind of lives or dies by how strong SKT is. And despite people saying that like maybe season 4 SKT was the weakest they ever were in like all the faker teams, kind of feels like those like those like season 8, season 9 ones with like Tall, THAL, and all those guys in the roster. That to me felt like a weaker team. So like a lot of people talk about like that European era, and yes, G2 is very good and like could have won Worlds that year, but I think they kind of forget that like part of like Chinese dominance is one, every Chinese team that wins except one has 2 Koreans on it, the maximum amount of Koreans, and 2, they tend to do better when we're kind of succeeding when Korean teams are bad. It's important not to forget that. Especially season 8. Like a fucking default World Finals for a Fnatic team that was like not supposed to, that should not have been there. One of them just fell just as I turned around, motherfucker. Looks like I got a new pickle to deal with. I need more stone. Okay, something happened. Find out what it was. Let's find out what the most recent like absolute cuck is to my dreams, my hopes and dreams. What is the problem here? Perfect world, this is the way it goes. So is this the only one that's gonna fail? Fuck. What's the problem this time? I'm so confused. Is it like a total weight on the platform thing? Like something I don't know about? So confusing. It's like everything's exactly the same. So none of these are gonna work now? So what could the reason be that these two aren't working? When all of this is exactly the same. Gonna break two? So crazy, man. What did I fuck up? Can I like hire one of the guys who works on the game? Excuse me, can you tell me what the fuck's going on here? I know this is doing nothing. Okay. I tuck this shit in a little bit. Oops. Instant break. So confused, man. Like, these are identical. Am I right? So there's something at ground level. But these side, those ones there are higher. Is the issue now that, like, this one is the same height and less beams? Oh, I fucked something up here. And these are blue again. What the I can't catch a break. Alright, so these are blue again. Because of why? What could possibly have happened to make this happen? What a trip. Got a very messy work site at this point as well, too. Alright. These fell? Possible justification could... Did I take them off? This is like magical thinking. Like I'm a fucking shaman, like making dances to make the rain fall at this point. I think I did it. And then I just have to be very, very careful with how I clean up the ground in the throne level room. To make sure that nothing fucks up again. Okay, it looks good. Really tempting fate here. Blue, 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 blue. All right, are we okay? Try to clear some of this shit up. I'm gonna have to be very, very careful with blue. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful with how I clean up some of this ground. Because these unequivocally have to stay connected to this. Next is getting ground to be the right. Next is flagstones here. Don't see. Then I do the hearths on this side as well. Acting like I'm at a stone. So paranoid about those. Iron just strewn everywhere. Okay, so the next goals are to pour wood these all the way to the top. think these are necessary. Those are the same height, right? Okay. I have core wood on me. No. I'm gonna clear up some of this iron, put it back. Get her. Oh, am I gonna make it? Yes, I will. This shit off. I wonder why they tell you the weight of your chest. It seemed like necessary. Okay. So the next things will be, gotta get a roof on all this shit. I'm so paranoid. Yeah, this makes sense. But these were all green before. So, alright, I learned some stuff. Okay, so the next steps are, do I have any stuff on me? No. Okay, the next steps are to get a roof on this. I don't need as much core wood as I have, but log poles now. Oh, my little nappy poo. Oh, burning the candle on both ends. I'm for 3, 10 minutes, baby. Let's go. Neglecting my garden. I don't carry animals anymore. I've become like a starved, obsessed man. Probably smell bad. I feel like sometimes a game will nail a genre so well that, like, the marvel of... And sometimes a game will nail that the marvel of its novelty will, like, not ever be able to... You'll never be able to outstrip it. I was just kind of thinking about, like, how that morning theme is very beautiful. And how much, like, the novelty of when World of Warcraft came out, the music was, like, the craziest thing you've ever heard in your life. So good in so many different places, and so much of it was, like, that experience. And sometimes, like, oh, this MMO's good, or this MMO's good, or something like that, but, like, it's hard to nail the, like, new world feeling. Same way again. Long range snipe. Harry Sowen. I do a ladder on the other side, I guess. Imagine meticulously Making staircases just so you don't die as much. Sounds like something a coward would do. A coward who's scared of jumping or failing jumping in it. Okay, so short 2 core wood. Thank you, game. Right? There's no core wood here. Some somewhere. Ah. Okay, so the next steps are to build whatever wooden structure I'm going to use to fill in the gaps here to make this a real thing. So that's another like fairly big decision actually. I think it's actually better to build the roof and overall structure in there first, I think. Don't have to deal with the stupid like repair damage later. 77 wood, this should like roughly service. Oh! Reading the Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi, and a lot of it's like it's the kind of like book that is emblematic of like always how a genius would view things, which is like everything is the same. Think through everything and learn that everything applies in the same way. That the same like approaches. So is this? There's no halfway for this one because 2, 3, 5. So this should be halfway, right? More core wood. And he's kind of talking about like how to like comport yourself and hold yourself. He's like, keep the back of your neck straight and always like have your nose like slightly flared. Keep your eyes like squinted so you never blink. All these things like always kind of like have your like body activated. All these things are like his points of physicality. Kind of, it's one of those things where it's like when someone says like a posture check in chat, or like you see like a. Or see someone like on Twitter be like, release your jaw right now. It's that kind of stuff where you're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing the exact thing. Pretty cool. It's one of those short books. It's like a Marcus Aurelius' Meditations or there's another Japanese book. It's like sort of like those collected wisdoms. I want to say Hokusai, but I know it's not called that. Only pussies use the short logs. Oh no, I have to use it for this one. Curses. Curse myself. It's always one of the funniest like expletives. Just saying curses. Who would say that? Like a British children's story villain. Feel so good about this. Having a firm foundation in life. Oh, I have to figure out how to make the, I gotta have roofs over the hearths, too. I forgot about that. Okay. Okay, so... Looks an O corner. Is that right? Doesn't look right. So fucking scrappy. This looks like it'll probably block them. How does that look, though? Looks actually kind of cool. Should block them. It might have some issues with light. Will I be able to replicate? These ones I'm less worried about. These will like, be pretty clearly covered. Oh god. Alright. Then I wonder what I do with, I really do this? Probably looks really being really weird. All these angles. Super weird. Like playing Hitman again. Where see how it is like this. Let me do these ones. So a little less obtrusive. Look fucked up. Okay, then I assume I'll just use like... I don't want to just do basic walls for... I don't want to do basic walls for lining the tower. I'm for sure just going to do like 45-degree beam. Pickaxe, oh yeah, right. Maybe a little more health. Do I play on modded servers? No. The only cheat I've ever done really the entire game is watching videos on how to install bushes. Because my garden over here has a row of blueberry bushes and a row of raspberry bushes. Not really because I care about the berries, I just think they look good. The blueberries especially make me happy. Getting a little teary-eyed just thinking about them. I love my blueberries. That being said, a lot of the modded servers, like, they do a lot of good things, like not having to have like torches require resin, or like improving carrying capacity. I don't have anything against those things for sure. Okay, I have a question. On the left side over here, I'm trying to cover the bonfires. The left side over here is the 45-degree roofs, and the right side here is the 26-degree roofs. Which do you think looks better? This one, the angle's a little bit fucked up. The 26 looks better. This is like too far over, right? This is like too much? Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I haven't used any mods at all, but I think that some quality of life stuff, sometimes I don't really think it feels like cheating, but I think a pure experience is better. Yeah, I think I agree with you. What do you mean? Okay, so the only other question would be whether I want to do the entire roof, whether I want to try to have the entire roof as 26. Yeah, I saw that. I follow one of the guys. I follow one of the guys from who works on Valheim on Twitter, and he was talking about like a different way to like left shift it or something. Once I started following that one guy, he's like kind of helpful stuff once in a while. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the whole roof in. I'm gonna try to do the whole roof in 26 and see if I like it better. Yeah, I'm really impressed by them. I also respect like the way they handled blowing up. They're like, okay, well, we have to really change our... We have to hire a lot of people. We have to focus on like stability. They didn't try to like... They just handled the explosion really, really like intelligently, as opposed to getting kind of like lost in the sauce or like being dishonest with their customers or anything. I thought they handled all that really well. They're just like, okay, well, we got to scale up our staff and work on like optimizations and bug fixes and stability, and we'll do Mistlands like in a year and a half or something, but we have to handle this stuff like right away. Really cool. Thatch roof 26. Let's see how this looks. Okay, this is not gonna work. Maybe it will. If I can get like a nice roof ridge. Let's see. Now it looks a little fucked up. Let's see how the roof ridge looks. I almost never do 26-degree roof. Almost like just kind of like by default just do. Doesn't look bad. See when I finish it. They stick to their concept even though Mistlands took a long time. They just said we need to finish it before we release it. Yeah, yeah. And the game is like cheap, and like just the graphics. There's nothing more impressive than a game where, a graphical style and animation style that is manageable for a smaller team still manages to look really good and like fit the overall aesthetic. I have the O corner or the I corner. That I really respect. How did this work? Okay, I like this better. I know. Like, to have a game that, like, basically, to some degree, has, like, a 2008 graphical style, happen to be this beautiful, is, like, a really, really special accomplishment, I think. There's a lot of times where, like, just the sun hits the lake, and I'm like, oh my god, this is sick. Okay, why are these not snapping? There we go. It's not working the same way the 45 did. Surprisingly. Yeah, really beautiful. And again, there's a lot of parts of it that are really good, music-wise, etc. Seems the 26 roof snaps in a bit of a... Actually looks pretty good. 226, 245. I think it's the best I can hope for. Trial and error, baby. Trial and error. Okay, so do the two... Oh, is it this one? I think it was these two. Yeah, I have a great time playing it. It's like a very, very comfy game to play, I gotta say. How far am I in the game? I still have to kill Bone Mass, but I have spent probably 100+ days just making my base since I got all the stuff from the swamps. Like, I got, like, a huge amount of iron, like 800+ iron. And then, without Bone Mass being killed, I have been just basically in this base, terraforming the entire world for so long. I know, it's crazy, man. I'm just, like, obsessed with, like, the base idea I had. So, probably within the next few days, I will... be done most of the decorations. I want to do like a alpha or like a beta phase of the base to get everything done the way I wanted to, and then I'll progress through the whole game, and then I'll redo it with like touches from like other stuff. Some people say that like you should kind of like roughly balance How do I do this? You should roughly balance game progression and base progression, but I'm like a all or nothing kind of person, I think. This. So are those the same? Yeah. I can't stop playing. Too fun. Okay, so how does this look? This looks to be the same. So how did I attach these other top pieces? Backward. That makes sense. I know the feeling, but yeah, so you don't know what you will get and what's going to happen when you come to the next biome. I have been pretty good about avoiding spoilers. I know that the mountain has wolves and frost dragon worm type stuff, and I'm not sure what else you really get from the mountain. I know the plains is like the dark wood and the scrap metal. I have a little bit of the scrap metal, though I'm not able to smelt it yet. And Mistlands, I've really been trying to like avoid that kind of stuff as much as possible. So I have a decent idea. I know there's like most of the building items, like the glass and the dark wood, the black iron or whatever it's called, and I know those kind of things. But in terms of the mountains, especially, I know very little about. So it should be pretty fun for sure. What about you? Where are you at in it? It's upside down. Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate it. It's always the risk. How far you got into it? What do you like doing when you're playing the game? Started first time I reached plains, then stopped, and then Mistlands came and started all over. Yeah, I felt the same way. Like I had a base from like playing during lockdown in like early late 2020, 2021 with a friend, and we used to play all the time. But now we're on like different time zones because I moved, and I I had to start over. Like that was like so long ago. I couldn't imagine like doing the same thing again. I couldn't imagine like just going from where we were at the end of swamps and just progressing from there. Nice. I couldn't imagine doing that. I had to start over, like, sure. How did I do? You wanted to like my friend who I played with before just wanted to do just kind of continue where we were, but no way, man. You got to do a new base. Oh, did you? Is the first Mistlands biome you found like close to where you are, or is it far away? Yeah. That's another reason to restart a game when the Mistlands come out. Is I think it'll affect where you're. I think it'll make it maybe a little easier to have internet access. See it. Yeah. Sky. Again. Let's try the other one. See if I get it now. I also like to build, but you are building way bigger than me. I've been like I did really liked the first. I just really liked the place that I found, like where I set up my base, and like there's lots of creeks nearby and like mountains and all these things, but I just got kind of locked into like the idea of what I wanted to do. So that just became like everything, I guess. Now that I'll sleep to show you what I got going on in daylight. There's still a lot to do, honestly. Still have to decorate the main base, and I'll have to set up the animals at some point as well. I'm sleeping in this like pathetic little cottage right now. But there's some amazing stuff out there. There's some people who are so skilled with wood carving, like making things like statues and like beautiful cities with wood. A lot of the stuff I have is stone, so stone is not like particularly beautiful. Okay, so I guess if I go up there, this is the best place to look at it. I guess I like building. I just want to like have the idea that I had before like work out. You know? Okay, so this is originally where I looked over. The ocean's there. And all this is like a really, really high meadow that goes up to like a forest that's along there. There's a nice little oak tree that's always been here. And one of the things that really made me enjoy it is, I can't see it from here, but there's a river, like the water's along here. The water's along here, but there's like a nice little river that crawls in here and on both sides. That really made it cozy. So I was able to carve the river through the base and make a river that, and kind of like carve it so it goes all the way through. So hopefully that does it. Okay, now that it's daytime, and I figure out how I lucked into the perfect design. Perfect. Thank you. There's I appreciate that. There's like the big boat here. I think there's a bigger boat you can get later, because I see people with the big boat with like 100 seats in it. And then the goal is, once I carve the river through the base, because the river is going through both sides, and I dug through the part in the middle. You have full license to steal that. I won't sue you. So the goal is, once I finish it with like nice little like lily pads and rushes and everything, and then make like luminescent thing like the golden mushrooms or something, or whatever I do to put light along the base, then you walk into the throne room. So you walk through here. There'll be tables on either side and like trophies, etc. And then up here will be the throne. And then when you walk over here, you should be able to see the water below you here. I had to really raise the earth on both sides to make sure that these pillars could support the tower, but you should still be able to see the water along through there, and hopefully it'll look quite nice as you walk over this part. And then so I basically made the river as far this way as I could, where the water still showed up, because this land's starting to get higher, so you can't dig as far down. Hey pal, how are you doing? So I still want to make it so it's a little more smooth and not so cut and dry. Like, it's all 90-degree angles right now. So I want to make it so it's gonna kind of be a little more sinuous and soften up the edges a little bit. But otherwise, that's the overall goal. So I'll show you over here what the rivers look like. So this part's natural. This is the way it was before. The rest of it is over there. I started to dig. But if you look at it, both sides basically have this kind of like really nice marshy river creek area, just on the lowlands that goes into it. And then a lot of this I had to raise myself. Whole group tickled me again. They conspired against me. Oh no, the ticklers are back. You're losing, bud. You gotta figure out what your solution's gonna be. Your grand revenge. Unless you really like being tickled, then things are going your way. I can't believe how much time you used on transporting iron to your base. Yeah, it was about... The main iron patches were... there's no real swamp. There's not many swamps on this continent. So the main iron patches were all these crypts here, and then all these, and then the first batch was over here. So I got about 2 full boatfuls of iron from here. So that was like a while for sure. I got really lucky that the merchant's over here. There's plains. There's a lot of mountains around here, so those parts should be easy. But yeah, it was basically I set up a little camp here with my boat and a portal, and then I just did all of these crypts. And some of them you get really lucky. Sometimes with crypts you can get like anywhere from 35 to like 80 to 90 iron per crypt. So if you get lucky, you can get some good stuff. So I got lucky enough that I managed to get a good amount. That part was fun for sure. Those are my blueberry bushes, those are my raspberry bushes. And then, yeah, over here is that second little creek. And they're both just really beautiful. And they went up the ravine, and then so I connected it through the base like this. And I'll have to smooth this up because it's all right angles. Yeah, it's crazy. The crypt luck, I don't really mind it. You always get at least like 20 or something, you know? You always get at least like 25 or 30, and then sometimes get just a ton. It's all really about which ones are in the chests. That's the thing that really changes things, in my opinion. Okay. So where was I? Yeah, I'm trying to fix that roof. But I always really liked the place. Initially, the first mistake I made when I first started making the base was I tried to make the angles work so that it was exactly following the shoreline. Yeah, the mining itself is whatever. You gotta bring 2 pickaxes and you should be able to get through it. My first mistake was to try to exactly follow the shoreline, which is sort of like an angle like this. But then when I was doing some more research, I realized that when you're mining, when you're using the pickaxe on the soil, or you're raising the ground, it's in little squares that are aligned in basically a northwest, southeast pattern. So you pretty much have to have your base going along the northeast, south, and west orientations if you want to have clean lines for the rock when you're doing like terraforming. So that was like the big thing I had to mainly change. So what are these pieces? But yeah, there's gonna be a lot to figure out to have the... So is this the opposite of the other one? Yeah, that was one of the most important things to realize. Was that you're never going to get like the nice right angles unless you really, really pay attention to the fact that you have to be in these angles when you're cutting stuff, or else it's always going to be like the way it is at the river over there where it's kind of like choppy, like sawtooth. And that just ain't no good. Okay, I swear that it's opposite on this side as the other. This one looks better. And I spent like a full day yesterday trying to figure out the structural stuff to make it so I can get these hearths up here. I had to do so much stuff to figure that out. That was a big learning curve. Can't get this anymore. Can't figure it out. Is it this one? I can't even figure out which one I do. Trial and error. Not the same. Can't get the trial to work. I think almost assuredly whatever. Okay, I'll leave it this way. So it's time to use a bunch of wood to... I gotta put a bed up here. And then eventually I have to figure out all this stuff that I need to put up here so that I can have a comfy area. Okay, I'm not even at the point of the game where I have nice beds yet. It's a shame. Can I send you a link? It's a video that helped me with some nice roofing. Yes, please do. I'm all about the research lately. The amount of videos I've watched is, yeah, pretty high. I really like the Co-Carnage base tour. I've watched that a number of times. And that's where I kind of got the idea for the lighthouse, which I like a lot. I might have even seen the thumbnail of the video you're sending me today or yesterday. Some like roofing tip ones, but yeah. All right, looks pretty good. So time to get into the 45-degree wood beams. And do I just start? Here's the question. Do I start right down here? Or do I start at above the castle line? Try this. How many different choices are there? Yeah. Okay, now snap to this one. So. Why is that not snapping? Alright, let's check them out.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Building with V for quick building tips. Today we're going to look at how to build better looking roofs. Let's begin. So right now we have two types of roof. We got a straw roof and we got a shingle roof. Now there's only two different angles, which is a 26-degree and a 45-degree. Now you might be wondering why
In
I
Valheim,
have
you have a great
two
selection of
stairs right here. The 26-degree and the 45-degree stairs. There's one little
But yeah,
trick
I've seen people
here,
use the
and the first trick I
ladders.
want to show you guys, and for you,
The
I'm not
song
sure
sounds
that
familiar. I've heard this
everyone knows
before.
about this because I haven't seen anyone spoke about this. But if you place a stair right on top of a roof, it doesn't take any rain damage at all. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to place these stairs right on top of these roof, and I'm going to initiate the rainfall.
This song
You
is
guys
like...
have the rain falling for like a solid minute or two, and if you notice that the stairs is basically there's no damage on it, and if I click on it to repair it, it says wood stair does not need repairs, and it is showing for the same thing over here. And if I go to these two, you can see that they have a little bit of damage.
Yeah, these are great. These are definitely things that I will like get later.
pieces to help you fill in your roofs. Regular roof pieces. Number 2, roof corners. With corner pieces, you have O corners and I corners. O corner roof pieces will be added to the outside corners of the roof of the build. The I corner roof piece will be added to the inside corners of the build. When using corner pieces, you will use 26-degree corner pieces with 26-degree roof pieces, and 45-degree corner pieces with 45-degree roof pieces. This is something to think about when you're building a structure with multiple roofs that meet up. Number 3, additional roof features. Sometimes none of the pre-made pieces will fill in the gaps in your roof. At this point, you will have to move on to something more creative. This is when I recommend
This
to
part?
build another roof on
a roof overhang. Now we need to make like an angled roof overhang, and what we would do is that instead of we have it straight, we one tick to the side and we follow that same line going up, and do this 1, 2. Now we should have enough support because we have our core wood sitting there. We can do this on the other side. Let's make sure it's 1 tick. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Now we need 1 more. We can get 1 more out of it. Let's get that in. There we go. So nice little...
That looks actually really clean. For
there.
such a simple thing, that looks really clean.
We need to figure out how we can fix up the middle section here. I forgot to take these one out. Just want to make sure that you follow along clearly with me. So you have this section here up and ready. Now we're just going to get our...
This guy kind of sounds like a little bit Caribbean or something.
And as I mentioned, I found the center. Basically, we're doing the same thing I've done earlier. Because we have this now all set, now we just need to put in our roof to kind of get an idea how we can clean it up a lot better. So we're just gonna get a 45-degree, and we're gonna place this one straight. You can see, and we basically bring this up and do the same right there, and we're doing it on the other side.
Nice.
Bring this straight up. So you should have something looking like this. Now how you fill in this section here, this is where you start to turn the roof piece. So 1 tick, and we aim right at the roof here, the angle beam, and bring this up.
Yeah, that looks good.
Do it on the other side.
Very simple design.
Bring way up. So your roof should look like this. It looks a bit
That looks a bit janky there at the
or
corner.
whatnot. You have another thing I can do is this. If you notice, there's like, for example, for the top,
Yeah, that'll fill it in.
you have like a little snapping point here where you can place the roof right on top in that roof there.
Yeah, it looks
to kinda
better.
hide that little flaw there from top of the roof. But if you look underneath, you can see it looks pretty decent. Not too bad, not too shabby, but we're gonna clean that up afterwards. So we can find that little snapping point here. Basically, I'm following this straight line. I'm not placing it angled, so it's just straight, and right on top there's a little snapping point there where it's you can place it right on top of it, and your roof does look like, yeah, it does flow together. It does look neat. Great. So once you have that, now we just need to clean up right underneath here, and we just get our 45-degree wood, and we just place, follow the same line for this one. Yeah, and we just snap that point. For this, we'll have to manually place it, but as close as possible where it's not it's not poking out too much of the roof, and it's decent enough where it can create an overlap on for the other side. So let's bring the other side up. Just follow the line all the way up. Hold down on shift key and snap that in. Great. You an idea as to how you can make an angled
I like it.
roof overhang and a regular roof overhang. They're basically the same. There's also 1 meter overhang, and you're basically good to go. If your roof is falling apart in the middle, it's because it is not getting adequate support. So make sure that you're putting the support beams here at the edge. This will only work if you're using this exact layout. If you go any bigger than the 5 wood wall layouts or width, you will have to provide additional support. That
Yeah,
is
it looks cool. I
lot
also have seen a lot of
closer.
stuff. Yeah, I figured. I've also seen a lot of stuff recently of people using like the pave area to like make really nice sort of like city village type vibes to it, and I'm totally here for it. I saw a bunch of like Discord Valheim stuff
Like
yesterday
something right
that someone
here.
was sending me, and I really like the way that it looked. So definitely like definitely those things are coming in soon. So why won't this work? Thing's gonna knock me off. How? I guess I don't need the stone cutter thing here. Now it seems easy. I'm just wondering whether this is tight enough. I think I kind of wanted like a... Okay, well, I'm glad I got you. I'm glad I got you in the mood. There's something else I can do. I tried this. Yeah, thanks for showing me those videos. I really appreciate it. I really want to, like, for now I'm just going to build the base so I can defend it and then start progressing, but when I feel like I finally get everything done, I'm really going to want to have stuff like that, like a really fucking clean looking roof. Is this better? Oh, this is how you do it. Yeah, good luck, man. Let me know how it goes. Okay, this is burning through wood. It looks really good, though. Luckily, there's a lot here. Burpmaster, are you still here? I want to hear about Ticklegate. Okay, this is kind of more what I was hoping for. Sweet. I'm starting to look for an apartment in Vancouver for my like second 5 to 6 month period that I'm here. As I was walking home today, like just appreciating the sunlight and like looking at the Rocky Mountains, etc., I was just like, I feel like it would be just better if I could just do some sort of research about where in Canada, like where in British Columbia is like the furthest place away from civilization where I can still get Bell fiber internet and like just rent a house, the backyard, and a dog. So I'll be out less, I'll spend less money on food, and then just be in my own little world. That would just be great. Probably running out of wood soon, yeah. Probably knock out this wood. No matter, I something like it. Okay, so I've got actually a lot of progress here in terms of cleaning shit up. I just have to hope I have enough wood to get through all this. I feel like I'm a little short. I'm still trying to think with like the song in that last video. It's from something. I also haven't checked to see if my carve is here on a long. My boat is still alive. It's from a video game. Is my boat still there? What you doing? How you doing down there? How you doing down there, pal? Let's find out. Perfectly fine. Doesn't even need repairs. We're doing great. What the fuck is that from? I feel like it's like something that guy's voice doesn't fit. It sounds like some like quirky 90s computer game or something. But like knowing most people, it's from like a Nintendo game. It's where most people's frame of reference is. I like how stubborn everybody is. I'm including myself in this, don't get me wrong. But like their influences being better or like more fun than others. I'm watching the Resin and Arc podcasts about FF6 recently. Those guys are like, well, I always thought Final Fantasy VII was the best because that's the one I started with. That's pretty fair, but like I do think that like a lot of it is like whatever, a lot of times whatever game you start with in a series, you're gonna like the most. And also like you may, if you don't play something for the first time when you're young, you may never like it. You may never like it the same amount when you're like older. I've never played a Dragon Quest game. I heard that, like Dragon Quest 11, 8, 5, 10, maybe 10. I heard they're all like pretty great. But like, am I gonna like that? There's like a reality now that like I'm a little time conscious. Just being like it's holding me back from like Persona, things like that. Not that I'm like, oh my god, so much less time than I did. I'm not busy, chilling. But like, do I want to spend? There's just like you have a little more dread. Being like, fucking Octopath. Yes, I'm still traumatized from Octopath. Anyone who's been watching for a while would know that, like, that game taking the time that it did set me. But yet, as I said yesterday, the amount of time I've spent playing this, not a fucking concern in the world. Absolutely XD. Is that right? It still looks wrong. It's like the Drake meme, which I think will have legs for a longer time than his career will, to be honest. But it's like, spend 70 hours on Octopath? No. Spend 150 hours on Valheim? Yes. It's like that's the state of things. Okay, so this is a pretty sweet first design. Maybe I will try... Do I try a different approach? I just don't think I have that many options for what will look cool. I could do like a cage. There's no way that I just do... There's no way I just do the walls. It just looks like shit. Problem with this one is you can't do the overlap. Yeah, you can't get this one through. Hey. Shut your mouth, brute. But that reminds me, I should get some more arrows. I'm sure 10 arrows will adequately deal with the raid. That actually looks kind of sick. Be very careful with your Q presses, because you cannot... You absolutely can... Oh shit, you absolutely cannot... knock out one of these beams, or else life is over. All over at that point. Okay. Yeah, I would be so upset. I think they give you a couple seconds to like redo it, you know what I mean? Okay, this does not look good. Yeah, you gotta be so fast. And like, it's like having like a kitten in your hand. You're gonna, like, adrenaline's gonna come in. You're gonna be working harder than you ever worked in your life. Catch that thing. Or like, you walk down the street and like someone's baby is falling to the ground or something. You just act faster than you ever acted in your life. Okay, what am I doing here? Does this look good? Hey, can you shut up? No one asked you. Brutes are ragers. 100%. I don't know. This is too much empty space. But it's a creative pattern. Hey Sasha, how are you? Creative pattern, but it's just not quite. The brutes are funny. The funny thing with the Grey Dwarf brutes is like how much of a punch they pack. Like, I think it's always funny when they just like absolutely bash my balls into the ground. I also think it's very funny when I watch them beating up higher level creatures. Kind of that. Can't complain. Just trying to build some towers. Trying out some different like. Trying out some different tower designs. Been living in my base like a fucking like the Unabomber for like weeks. Subsisting on carrots and mushrooms and blueberries. And how it goes. Alright. Let's get our stuff healed up here. Get another sack of wood while I'm here. Oh, what time is it? 4:30? I gotta take my steak out of the fridge soon so I can get to room temperature. I think I'll do that now. 1 second. Oops, I forgot to press escape. Losing time! I'm losing daylight. That bird agrees. Alright, I do like the way that looks. I guess I can fuck with some other design. How much wood do I have on me? 139. Getting a little dodgy up here. And I guess I could eventually do some patterns to scout out some other ones. I just want to bang this out. Can you... really liked the video I was watching yesterday, the way that this puts dappled sunlight into your place. That really was something special. So for my like alpha build, I'm just gonna use this. See, who knows what, as that one song says, who knows what tomorrow may bring. You know, songs that like you've heard a lot of times, but like you can never, you can hear them sing like a chorus in your head, but like your ability to like actually enact what the song is saying is like lost forever. I swear it's like some pitchforky indie song. It's like, who knows what tomorrow may bring, and it's with like a high pitched voice that I think is a male voice, kind of like fuzzy and like digitally treated. I used to listen to the Pitchfork list a lot. So all thanks to my friend Conrad. Like, I learned over time that like reading the album reviews are kind of trash. Who the fuck cares about it? Is there anything like more useless in the world than an album review, honestly? Like, it's so subjective, and like, what are you gonna say? Like, I like the drums sound good here. Just I'm oversimplifying, I know, but like it's always been one of those things that just never really was particularly valuable. It's like kind of, when I first started the site, I would like read like, okay, what did they ever give a 10 to? What got the highest ratings ever? What's like a classic album? Let's see what they say about it. But a really good thing that website did have is like it would make lists, like top 100 tracks, top 50 albums every year. That's pretty cool. But really they did like top 100 songs of the decade, or like essentially every fucking decade from the 50s on. And the 60s list especially is like insane. Like yet another way that boomers like got such a better life than us for so long. It was like that. There's so much good music in so many different genres during that period. It's like unfucking believable. That 60s list is like incredible. The 80s one's not bad. 70s one is pretty good. The 90s one is pretty sweet. There's like a top one of the 2000s list that's good, but that 60s list is like, oh my god, incredible. Like the country western, like the country songs, like the Motown. It's all so good. So good. One nice thing about the way that you pickups in this game is that like, okay, I gotta just do higher ladders. Is like the way that like I just had everything earlier today. Just everywhere. There's just rock and like iron. Everywhere. But you just kind of vacuum it up, you know? Take out the Roomba. Come on. It's kind of like Stardew Valley. Like, there's enough. They play the songs every day, but you still get that bit of quiet. That's the best part of Stardew Valley, I think. Getting like that morning and afternoon song for like every season. Shit. Nice. So cool. I'm so happy now that I got that roof to work. I feel like I was just peeing and I thought to myself like I should really take a point to be like really pleased with myself and like really genuinely happy. Because that was really hard. And I was worried that like I wouldn't be able to do it. So some good ass problem solving. Best feeling. What's the top one? I was sticking to something. I had to do really good. Like you have to like really do some problem solving there. You have to be like, okay, well these are like I have to completely revamp parts of my base. Is there any more wood down there that I can hoover up? There's a lot down there. None here. But some here. I think there's a lot in the water down here. A lot. Bit of an overstatement. How much did I get there? Wow, 4. Amazing. Okay, so here's some other stuff I have to deal with as well. That's how this all works. So yeah, there's a lot to do. But I could, once I get this part built, I'm gonna start to split up my time a little bit. And to tinker away at stuff. Sometimes. I think my bed's already up there too. The wood, oh my god. I guess I could take this bitch down. 3 woodsies. Smile. Pick up pace here. Give me it all. Have any wood anywhere else? No. Could be pretty close to being shit now. I need the core wood. I know. Swimming in resin like ever. 2 things of fine wood, 3 things of core wood. I don't think I have any other wood stacks anywhere else. I have to climb up this again. But another nice thing that I think I'm mostly sure there's some parts I still have to figure out, but I think I'm getting to the point of mostly So once I get a throne in there, start dedicating hundreds of thousands of wood to keeping my hearths going, I'm gonna have a stirring scene. Yeah, I think I went all the way to the top there. Guess I gotta do this. Done. It's okay, Sasha. I really appreciate the advertisement, but I'm pretty far away in terms of not even being an affiliate yet, where um, it's worth me putting any time into artwork or something. But please give me a follow, because I think you probably already have, as you guys all do. I will definitely look at your stuff when I start to look at the thing. I can't. I don't think it's very smart for mission anything when I'm just like jumping around playing. Okay, something. Yeah, where is it? It's to a wrong. That one's good. Click that one in. I think that's pretty fucking. Gotta make sure there's none. I think I can reach these. Get it? That one fell from vibrations. Love it. Put this down. Snag this extra wood. Yoink. Now I got to take this on. I wonder why I quit on this one. Okay, we're really, really close to being able to actually enjoy this game. Can't tell if the seagulls are in my game or in my. Too similar. Having some immersion issues over here. Fall? No, it's good. Please don't fall and kill me, sir. Thank you. Okay. Pretty clean. Is there any parts I missed? Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. There's a lot of other ways I could do it, I'm sure, with complicated patterns, but for now, I don't personally find that terribly important. Clean up this extra wood. I'm going to see if any pieces are jutting out of the top. Not. Accidentally remove the pieces. Okay. Scoop these bad boys back up. Where's my health? Can I make this jump? Find out. Sure can. Alright. Let's check out top, see if there's any pieces jutting out. Time is it? 4:46? Valheim. It does look like these pieces are here. So, is this a cute little angle, or is this annoying as fuck? I guess I can also mess with the I guess I could also do the wood. Okay, there's a little hole here. Ultimately, this just looks really cool, but the fact that there's a little terribly useful. I haven't seen boar for a while, deer. Out in the world, you know? Isolated. Oh yeah, turn the music off. That would explain. Different level was immersion. I was getting so funny. I was like, oh yes, it's so beautiful that like this can happen and this can happen, or the oscillation, but it's that I fucking turned the. I don't like it. No. How did I do this one? I'm so confused. Fucking multiverse of like different options. Very simple, man. I just need things to snap. Sure, it's suffering. They don't want me to be. They don't want me to be happy. They don't want me to thrive in life. They don't want me to have shit. Why does this not snap? So cool how that looks. Tree looks really, really nice. Like shit. Oh, shit. Oh, like shit. Attach to this. 'Cause if I do another one? I can still compare the two. These corner pieces still get wind. I feel about that. Extending this. Protected. Couple extra repairsies. We're in great shape, by the way. Hopefully I don't choke to death in my bedroom. Yes! Fire! Once again, you run at the head of your warriors, the weight of your father's axe in your hand. You wake with a war cry on your lips. Am I gonna wake up smoked out and dead? Oh yeah. The game's like completely lagging. Oh my. This is sick. Okay, I gotta take out that last level of X crossbeams. That looks so stupid. Poking out through the wall. What was my comfort level there? Pretty low, right? Oh, I gotta get out there and take a look at it. Jacked up. Real jacked up. Okay, so it's kind of a bit large. It's a little wide. It's a little wide. It's extremely funny though. So I have to find a way to dress up this castle because it's a look. It looks a little bit like a. Looks a little bit like a butterfly emerging from a caterpillar. But the problem is I can't go any higher with that stone because it's already at its peak. It feels like extremely fucking sick though. I'm very, very pleased with this. Need some fine wood for some dragons. Yes. To the dragons? And each, yeah. Just as a, you know, a starting point. Can I get there without dying? Not even smoking me out, which is... Why does nothing stick to breathing? Oh. So I will need some sort of stone cutter somewhere in this area. Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm dead. Fuck. Okay, so I got through one, but I couldn't get to the other. All it takes is I just gotta get through one time, and then we're fine. So close to be ready to go. Now back here, nice. So these like Are these like less perfectly spaced or something? Do I have to build above it? Nothing's gonna work. Okay. Very little food on me. Okay, I'll have to do this. I'll have to do this at this. I'll have to do this at some other point. Okay, so I'm going to now. Too risky. It's not so bad. This is a lot better than, you know, scrambling over the scaffolding. More that I can't quite see. Wait. Scared myself for a second. I'm gonna take out the portal. 5. Okay, can you stop glowing? There, I got it. Alright, everything's fine. Now time to stock up on stone and start placing the flagstones. Actually, a nice symbolic gesture to do now would be to do the Raven Throne. 10 iron nails, 20 fine wood. It's a nice moment. Free wood. I gotta pick those up at some point. Okay, so this part worries me a little bit. Gotta keep these as blue. Ideally chop this down a little bit. If this goes to green, shit gets rough. That's good enough. I'm not I'm not gonna push my luck here. Big moments here. Do I just, I guess I just even this up for now. There will be surely some sort of better solution. I also think that this whole thing I could probably do in some sort of like intricate darkwood type thing later, or mirrors or something. For now I'm just gonna trim it. I think this room is like more comfy than my bedroom currently. Well, I get some nice stuff up there, banners. Nice and illuminated. Cartography table. The other side, you do some tables, pile some gold coins and some like various food items on it. The other thing I was considering is a way to soften the gray walls of stone, but that's for another day. Torches. Okay, for now. For now, time to pack my belly full of stone. Smelters are full. Okay, some of the other things too, like redistributing the benches, etc. Nice thing with the stone floors is they pave over some unevenness that you just never have to think about again. Hope. Okay, how does this part work? This kind of strikes me as like unnecessary. This doesn't go anywhere. It's never going to go anywhere. I'll leave that for now. Oh yeah, I had the coal, right? Reach for these. I think that one is low because I had to rebuild it. This one's going forever. Crazy. Okay, finish this. I should be able to pave all this stuff before dinner. I feel like I've got that, like, I feel like I have this, like, insane momentum right now. Good stuff finally coming together. Is there a stone cutter around here I can use? Blue iron. Simple solution. It's really nice how you just recoup everything from these things as opposed to you getting less. It's like, let's say it was like an RTS game or something like that, where like the longer it's been since you made something, the less you get back if you salvage it. It's really nice that's not a thing. I also have to draw out the... I have to draw out what the paddocks are going to look like so I can make paths to and from the... to and from the gates. So long since I've used the bees, I still have like way more honey than I'll ever use. I remember originally thinking this would be like an outer inner key, like an outer castle wall. I don't think that's gonna be the case now. Okay, this was originally going to be a bridge over. That one looks like it needs repairs. This was originally going to be a bridge over. Still need to figure out some stuff for this. Workbench. What is this? In Dark Ages? Hey, you're starting to see the dappled light on the fields too. Put a light, very Mr. Sim. It's very like Mr. Burns-esque light dampener. Got a whole different dynamic now. I'm trying to especially make this flat. Okay, so now 8. Sorry, Athen. Still needed. So I guess this is more important for. How much stone do I have left? Very little. All right, enjoy your last growth, dandelions. Your era is at an end. Oh, your death trap, ladies. I wonder if any of my bonfires are going out. So there's other things to consider too, like I have to make sure that I have covered paths to get everywhere. Cute. Who asked you to be here? Weeds? Eventually, I think that the bottom level, I think I'm going to try to squeeze 3 oak trees on either side. They're just too nice not to. So if I can do it, I will. Sheesh. I think I'll play Hitman tonight. And then during the day tomorrow, I think it's stone and wood time again. Namely stone. I'm gonna need a lot. I'm gonna need at least another 300-400 to flagstone these bitches up. Six each is like, oh. Leave that for now. What do I do with this? Like this. Better. I don't think I'll have enough to do this other side. Hey, what else do I got? What else do I have to do? Should pick up those extra arrows while I'm here. I swear sometimes I can input a double-digit number of stacks to get from something, and sometimes I can't. I'm almost out of stone. Yeah. What do I got over there? That's enough. Didn't I observe before that, like, some wood stacks get damaged by rain, but some don't? Yeah, these are fine. The fine wood's fine, but the normal wood gets wrecked. That's interesting. All these little Scandinavian details. Some nice little synergies here. Things are matching up. I can't be bothered doing this right now. If I have to move all this stuff. Okay, so the chamber portal will be in here. Can I get wet being right here? No, I think I got wet for stepping out here. Okay, I'll try to bang these out. How much stone do I have left? Decent amount. Okay, hold on. These all have a single wall here. What do I do about this? Is this gonna mess up any of my shit? I don't think it will. Still good, bro? Alright. My babies. Oh. Just absolutely, unequivocally living in terror that my tower will collapse. Okay, that's all the stone I have. As far as I know. I probably need another like 200 stone to finish these up. Along here, I have to make a path across here. Probably line most of this with stairs. I don't know. This kind of like this rough point here. I don't really like. Maybe I do a wall or like a fence. The wood fence would look incongruous. Something else I don't want to forget about is make sharp stakes with wood and core wood along my outer barrier. I have to extend the outer moat. Now that I've extended the front wall out there, I want to put a bonfire up there. Let's do that now. 1 core, 5 bark, 5 wood, 5 wood, 5 core wood. So then that's the other thing too, is these I have to make the staircases go up. Thank you. It's getting there. All my bonfires are burning. Nothing's making me happier than the fact that those bonfires finally work. There's a lot of structural integrity parts that were like messing it up. How's your mountain prepping going? I was gonna do maybe 2 bonfires here. How many spaces is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Takes 2, so problem with this is that it's a little ugly. It's got a certain savage glory to it. Threw a fucking rock at me. Excuse me. This is my home. Do you understand me? You're fighting the boss right now? Alright, good luck. You got it. Okay, this looks a little janky. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this. Let it burn out and see what I'm going to do. Anyway, that's enough for today. That was a very, very, very useful session. Let's drop down here. Suckle that stuff up. I think there's still a lot of... There's still a lot of wood all the way along the top. Okay, good luck. You can do it. I believe in you. Aaron 28, okay. So that means I have at least like 100 iron or so. Let's touch. Okay, drop that in there. More of that. And alright, we're pretty well covered. Prepare my stuff. So many wood to put in the charcoal machine, but I'm close to a surplus in wood now. I'll need more stone. I'll listen to some sort of podcast and do that off stream probably. This fucks up, and let's get to sleep before this world save. Ugh. What a glorious bedroom. Okay. There's enough Valheim for that. That was a great session. One of the all-time most useful ones. Can't complain about that. There's a lot to do to really pretty the place up. But I'm not going to do that now. But I will do that at some point. Make sure these 2 videos are saved to watch later. Good. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you later.